Hello everyone. Sunday afternoon. It's almost 6 o'clock here. Now in Johnson City, made it to Johnson City. And I just, let's see, got about 30 miles I think to get to Bristol. And that will be the last leg of my trek here in Tennessee. And I'll be heading up into Virginia. So chipping away one step at a time. I'll tell you, it seems monumental when you start out. I walked 3-4 days and I wasn't even much more than a hour, maybe hour and a half drive. Not even that far, probably not even an hour's drive away from where I started. And got to the point where, when I first started out that, I'd tell people what I was doing when people would stop me or they'd ask, and I'd tell them, and I'd say, well, where'd you start from? And I say, well, Guntersville, Alabama. Oh, really? That was just like 20 miles down the road. Not very impressive. But now I say Guntersville, Alabama, and some people actually know where it is, but a lot of people don't even know where it is here. And I tell them it's about a half an hour outside of Huntsville, and it's like, holy cow, So we're making progress, and that's kind of what it's all about. That's what Freedom Walk is all about. We've got some monumental things that we need to do to take back our freedom and liberties in this country. And how are we going to do it? Well, we're just going to have to do it one step at a time. But the main thing about Freedom Walk 2010 is I'm trying to wake up that spirit in everybody to say, to pull that resolve out, to say, what, we can do this. I know it looks hard and maybe impossible, and how will we do it? We're going to do it just the way I'm going to get to Washington, D.C., one step at a time, but we're going to do it together. And if we become resolved to that fact, and like I was saying, I believe I said it in an earlier video, if not, I'll say it again now, it's not going to come from up here. We're not going to be able to rationalize our way to do it. It's just like, how can a 55-year-old man rationalize he's going to walk to Washington, D.C. from Guntersville, Alabama? You're not going to do it. Your brain is going to talk you out of it every time. It's got to be here. It's got to be in your heart. You've got to believe in your heart that you got to believe in freedom and liberty so much that you're willing to sacrifice whatever it'll take to preserve it. And that's what's going to take. That's what our forefathers are trying to tell us from the grave. It's got to be a belief in here. That's how our forefathers won the battle against the strongest army in the world at the time, the Britain Army. The British, I should say. It was here that they did that, not up here. And that's the spirit that I'm trying to wake up in America now with this Freedom Walk 2010. We can do this. I've been giving you guys some stories about people I've met along the way. I would be remiss if I don't mention all the good folks in Guntersville, Alabama. I mean, every day I hear things that the folks back home are doing, and again, it's so humbling to realize how generous and how willing the American people are to come together and help and support and care. A lot of people come in just to want to know how I'm doing, and that means so much to me. You don't even know, you can't even imagine what that means to me. So for all the folks back in Guntersville, I just say salute to all of you. God bless you all for all that you're doing. It's just humbling is all I can say. It's just humbling. And I thank each and every one of you for what you're doing day by day by day. And your prayers and your concern. I truly thank you. Something in this video, though, I just got to say, and I've been walking here for nearly 4 weeks now. I've come across a pretty good part of the country, and this topic doesn't change from state to state or from town to town. It seems to be pretty well distributed throughout the states. And I'm just going to be blunt, and I'm going to just come out and say it. What the heck is the deal with the trash on the sides of the roads? I mean, really and truly, America, what are we thinking? That we're going to just roll down our windows and heave the garbage out onto the streets and onto the side of the roads? And I'm going to tell you something. Everybody needs to take a walk and take a look at the garbage and the trash that lines our roads. Not just the highways either. Not just the big highways. You know, these secondary roads that I've been walking on have got the same problem. And I just got to ask you point blank, when you roll down that window, what the heck are you thinking? Are you kidding me, really and truly? That's the best you can do? You can't even take enough responsibility of your own life to take that garbage and bring it home and put it in a garbage can? You can't even do that? To me, see, this is part of the problem that America has today. We are so much not in control of our lives. We so much will not be accountable for what we do as we move through our lives, that we can think we can just roll down the window and heave out bottles, beer bottles, water bottles, spit bottles, bags from McDonald's, bags from Arby's. I mean, I've seen it all. Diapers. It's sickening, America. I mean, it's sickening. We can't do better than this. I gotta ask, what is going through your head when you think about that? I guess what it is, the heck with it. I don't want to take care of it. I don't want it in my car, so I'm going to heave it out here and somebody else will have to take care of it. That's the problem we have in America. That's the mindset that is really strangling this country and allowing this government to move in on every facet of our lives because we're allowing it, because we refuse to take responsibility for our own stinking lives. And many people just expect that somebody else is going to take care of it. It's really quite sad. And you know, when you're not walking and you don't walk the distance I've walked, and you might see a little here, a little there. Maybe it seems insignificant to you, but I'm going to tell you something. You need to take a walk. It's pretty sickening what you'll see out there. And all it takes is don't heave that crap out your window. Put it in a bag, put it in a car. You're driving home at some point, find a garbage can at least, and throw it away. And I'm talking not just diapers and bottles and empty lunch bags and McDonald's bags and Wendy's bags and all that crap. I'm talking cigarette butts. You've got to see literally the hundreds and thousands of cigarette butts that are lining the road. And what is it? You're the one smoking. You mean to tell me, you don't want that mess in your car, I guess. You don't want to have it in your ashtray because then you're going to have to clean out the ashtray. So then in your head you get, well, just flick it out the window. And I know it probably, a little cigarette butt seems insignificant, but I'm telling you, you need to take a walk. You got to see the cigarette butts by the hundreds of thousands that line the roads. And it just, to me, it just typifies one of the major problems we've got in this country. We just don't care. Somebody else, flick it out the window, somebody else is going to take care of it. I don't want to be bothered with having to clean my ashtray, and I certainly don't want the smell in my car. Come on, are you kidding me? Really and truly, are you kidding me? So I'm calling on all you Americans. I want everybody that sees this, I want you to pass this around because I'm getting in your face with this one. I want you to feel guilty the next time you roll down that window and you think you can just heave your trash onto the rest of America. It's pretty sad. I'm going to tell you right now, it's pretty darn sad that there are people out there that are so lazy that they can't even carry their trash home and put it in the trash bin. It really and truly, we can do way better than this, don't you think? So the next time you think about throwing that butt out the window, or the next time you think about heaving that diaper out the window, I want you to think about me. Look at my ugly face. And remember this conversation. I'm taking the walk. And it's just sad to see the mess on the side of our roads because we're just too darn lazy to take care of it ourselves in the proper way. I want you to think about that, America. And then take that information and extrapolate it out to the other problems that we have. The mindset that I'm just too lazy to take care of myself, or I just can't do it, or it comes from here. We've got to put that spirit back in here to care about America. Remember, Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. We've got to do better, America. We have got to do better. Well, that's the one I needed to get off my chest, so I appreciate y'all letting me rant and rave on that one. Just about done. God bless you. God bless America, and let's keep building team.